Hi, this is Teacher Lourdes, and this is your course, Research 2, Project Development. Our lesson 1 is Research Methods Overview, Quantitative versus Qualitative Research. Our objectives are explain quantitative and qualitative research, differentiate data types, and connect research methods to problem statements. Have you ever wondered how researchers decide whether to use numbers or stories to solve problems? In this lesson, we will explore two powerful research methods that will help us understand the world: quantitative and qualitative research. Classify the following research questions as quantitative or qualitative. Pause this video and write Q and QL in the comment section. Number 1, how many hours do students spend studying each week? Is this quantitative or qualitative question? 2, what challenges do teachers face in online teaching? Pause the video and answer Q or QL. And 3, is there a significant difference in test scores before and after tutoring? Pause the video and answer the question. Let's now have the lesson proper. What are research methods? Research methods are systematic ways of collecting, analyzing, and interpreting data to answer research questions or solve problems. There are two major types of research methods: quantitative research and qualitative research. There are other methods of research, but these two are the main types. So let's look at the Google search. What is the difference between research methods and research design? According to Google AI, research design is the overall blueprint or strategy for your study, the what and why, while research methods are the specific tools and techniques like surveys, interviews used to implement that design, the how. With design providing the framework and methods being the practical actions to gather data. Think of design as the architectural plan and the methods as the structure tools. Both are crucial but distinct for answering research questions effectively. So, research design is the logical framework or the overall plan or the blueprint guiding your entire project. The purpose is to ensure that the data collected directly addresses your results questions and objectives. Examples of research design are experimental, correlational, descriptive, and exploratory designs. So, an experimental research design, from the word experiment, it includes an experimental group and a control group, wherein the experimental group receives the treatment or uh, the new treatment, the new process that the researcher aims to establish, while the control group does not receive the treatment. So the data will be compared. The data coming from the experimental group and the control group to see if there is a significant difference between the results. Correlational research design, on the other hand, it is a non-experimental method that measures the statistical relationship between two or more variables to see if they change together. But it cannot prove one variable causes another. So the key characteristics of a correlational research design, there is no manipulation. The researchers just observe and measure variables as they naturally occur without any intervention. And the correlational research design measures relationships to determine the strength and direction, whether positive, negative, or no direction of the relationship between the variables. And it is non-experimental. So there is no experimental and control group. So there are positive correlation wherein both variables increase or decrease together. For example, the more study time, the higher the grades. Or negative, wherein one variable increases and the other decreases. For example, more exercise, there is a lower risk of heart disease. And zero correlation, wherein there is no apparent relationship between the variables. So what are the common methods? Survey, questions, observation, and archival research or analyzing the existing records or data. So let's discuss the descriptive design. So the descriptive design, from the word describe or descriptive, it systematically describes a population, situation, or phenomenon by observing and collecting data without manipulating variables. Okay, so that's a descriptive design. And let's discuss partly the exploratory research design from the word explore, wherein a preliminary research approach used to investigate problems that aren't clearly defined, aiming to gain initial understanding, insights, and ideas for future or more inclusive studies rather than definitive answers. Okay? So, what are the key characteristics of exploratory research design? This is to explore, gain familiarity, clarify problems, and generate hypotheses for future research. So the nature, qualitative, flexible, and unstructured, but can also incorporate quantitative methods. And it uses open-ended interviews, focus group, and literature reviews. And the outcome, it provides initial understanding and direction, not final conclusions or statistically significant results. So now let's go back to our main topic. These are only introductions to the difference between research methods and research design. So what I have just discussed are samples of research design. And when you say research method, these are the specific procedures and tools and techniques to collect and analyze data. And the purpose is to execute the design and gather the necessary information. So, examples of research methods are surveys, interviews, which are qualitative, and statistical analysis, which is also called quantitative, from the word quantity, because you are having numbers as your data, and experiments and participant observation. So that's the difference between research methods and research design. So now going back to the major types of research methods, the quantitative research and the qualitative research. Let us now discuss first the quantitative research. So let's define quantitative research. Quantitative research focuses on numbers, as I have said, measurements, and statistical analysis to test hypotheses and examine relationships between variables. What are the key characteristics? First, of course, it uses numerical data. Second, it employs structured tools like surveys, tests, or experiments. Third, the results are measurable and generalizable, and often answers how many, how much, or how often. So let's have the examples of quantitative research. So examples are survey on students' exam scores. Next example, study measuring the population growth. And experiment testing fertilizer effects on plant height. Can you give other examples of quantitative research? Answer on the comment section below. Now let's discuss qualitative research. Qualitative research explores meanings experiences and perceptions using non-numerical data. What are the key characteristics? First, it uses words, images, or observations. Second, the data gathered through interviews, focus groups, or observations. For example, I am now having my dissertation about the science and technology of the Manide tribe in Sitio Calibigaho in Barangay Osmeña, Jose Panganiban, Camarines Norte. So I am interviewing the elders who are knowledge bearers about their practices, about science and technology related activities, and with permission from the National Commission of Indigenous People, I have uh, I have seek their permission to conduct interviews. So I go to their tribe in in Barangay Osmeña, and I interview them. Okay, so that I will gather enough data and I can help preserve their practices. So, and next is results are descriptive and in depth. So, descriptive, so that you will describe the processes or the knowledge, and there is an in-depth discussion. And it often answers the why and the how questions. So that's qualitative research, of course, from the root word quality. So here are some examples of qualitative research. Number one, interviewing students about their learning challenges. Another one, studying community attitudes toward environmental issues. And number three, observing classroom behavior. So, as you notice in these examples, there are no numbers or statistical analysis needed. This is just analyzing the meaning and the quality of the data. So that's qualitative research. Now let's differentiate the data types. So when it comes to quantitative data, so the nature is numerical, the form are numbers, graphs, or statistics, and the tools used are surveys or experiments. And the focus is on measurement and comparison. Now let's go to qualitative data. The nature is descriptive as we use words and themes and narratives as the form. And the tools used are interviews or observations. And the focus is on the meaning and understanding of the data. So I hope you understand the difference between quantitative and qualitative data. So now, let us connect the research methods to problem statements. Choosing the right research method depends on the problem statement. For example, quantitative problem statement. What is the relationship between study time and academic performance of senior high school students? So, the best method is quantitative since you have measurable variables. So, what are the variables in this problem statement? The variables are study time and academic performance. Okay? So, now let's have another example, the qualitative problem statement. How do students describe their experiences with online learning? So what is the best method to use? Use qualitative because you are dealing with personal experiences. The key rule to remember is when you have numbers, you will use quantitative. And when you focus on experiences and meanings, you will use qualitative. Okay? So now, let's have the student activity. So you will answer this You will answer these questions in a sheet of paper and you will submit it to me. So you just pause this video and answer these questions. So these are another other questions. 1 to 5. Just pause this video to answer. And for another student activity, you will create a reflective summary. So in 3 to 5 sentences, explain the difference between quantitative and qualitative research and describe one real life problem where each method would be most appropriate. So that's our lesson. Here's a reminder. Remember, choosing the right research method starts with understanding your problem. Numbers help us measure, while words help us understand meaning. Both are valuable and powerful when used correctly. So, my students, as BSIT students or BindTech students, your research too is about project development. Or as BTBT Ed students, research tool for you as well is project development. So generally, we will use quantitative research method because when you develop the device or the application, or in case of FSM students, when you develop a new recipe, in case of automotive, if you develop a new device, or electrical students and elect, electrical students and electronic students, or computer technology students, you will develop a device or application or a soft copy. Uh, we will use, or you will use, the quantitative uh, research method, because after you develop the uh, whatever device or application you will develop or product, you will develop survey questions following the pattern of Likert scale, and then you will ask experts to evaluate your developed device or application or product. So you will gather quantitative or numerical data, and you will analyze if they agree or disagree with the questions you will put in your evaluation tool. So you are using quantitative data. So that's our lesson. And I hope you learn the difference between quantitative and qualitative research methods. So here are my references. Thank you so much to these references. And also, I would like to thank Zoom.com, ChatGPT, and Canva.com. So I will wait for your output. This is Teacher Lourdes saying, buhay.